Public Reports, a look at the issues and events of importance to our viewing area. Now, here's your host.
Welcome to Public Report. I'm your host for this edition of Public Report, Bill Arrington. And today I have with me an author, an educator, an evangelist, motivational speaker. This guy is a jack of many trades. Actually, he's a wonderful young man, Mr. Eddie Conner. How are you, sir?
All right, Bill.
How
Pleasure
are you?
to be here.
Oh,
Great.
Thank you so much for showing up. I recently ran into him and I heard some of the things. And today's issue really is overcoming obstacles, and Eddie is a gentleman who can tell us more about that. And when you hear it from him, I can't do him any justice by even trying to explain anything. Eddie, just tell us a little bit about who Eddie Conner is.
Well, I'm just a gentleman who has overcome obstacles, as the show suggests, and just going through various experiences that I've endured, especially cancer. Going through that situation at the tender age of 15, being a teenager when identity crisis means everything, and having to resurrect hope in the midst of hardship, having to resurrect a smile in the midst of sadness, having to resurrect that power to persevere and survive is just really the capstone of really who I am.
Okay.
And so going through non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, being diagnosed with that, to where, you know, the doctor says we can't promise anything, those 4 words. Having to say to myself, am I going to just look at cancer as what it is, or am I going to see the first 3 letters in cancer and see those first 3 letters as can? I can survive. I can overcome.
Wow.
I can live through dying places and turn a situation that seems to be so negative, think positive in a negative situation. Look at impossible and see it as I'm possible. And that type of faith, that type of fortitude, that type of fire on the inside is just really propelling me to uplift the lives of other people.
Wow. Now you're saying you were feeling this fire, this passion at 15 for life. You were feeling this when most of the times young people at that tender age are so lost in their identity and so lost for who they are and really directionless. When given a hard saying, we don't know what to do.
Absolutely.
You say, I got an idea. I can, I will, I must.
Absolutely. And if I tell you, you know, I'm lying if I say every single day I was on cloud 9. Every single day I was being positive. There were times I wanted to throw in the towel. There were times that I wanted to give up when I was being ostracized, when I was, you know, secluded in many cases, out of school for a year. Growing up in a single-parent divorced family, being a statistic in the midst of growing up in a black household when 80% of brothers and sisters are without a father in the home. I was one of those individuals, but still having that type of energy, having that type of faith, that desire to say either I'm going to give up or I'm going to live up to my expectation to live through dying places. When other people have died, when other people have, in many cases, even given up hope, when they didn't survive it, I'm still able to live through that dying place, and so it's a blessing because every second in America, 2 to 3 people are diagnosed with cancer. And so it affects us all, whether directly or indirectly, but to still have that faith and that power to survive. I see why I'm here, and that's for a purpose.